This podcast would not be possible without my wonderful patrons. I want to thank Steve Van Zeck, Coach Randy, Rob Barnett, Crystal Carroll, Bella Pori, John Munson, Levi Petrie, Stephen Malio, Steve Rogers, also known as Captain America, Dale Hosek, Terry Smith from Music Talks podcast, Anna Lynn, Chris Bloom, and Mary Thomas, aka Aunt Mary. I appreciate all y'all so much. Thank you for the support. And now, on to the show. Good morning, everyone. Jesse Jackson here with a quick episode from Set Listing Bruce. This is a reaction episode where I'm going to look at last night's set list from the Tampa show and talk about it. So if you want to be spoiler free and don't want to know about what they talked about last night, what they sang about last night, then please um, skip to the next episode. But for those of you who are like me, can't wait to kind of know what to expect, here we go. My good friend and guest John Alba had said that he had sources that told him No Surrender was going to be the opening song. And sure enough, that's what they kicked off. They kicked off with No Surrender, um, followed by Ghosts, then Prove It, and then Letter to You. So, a really strong way to start. No Surrender is a great classic song. It is a personal favorite for me because when I was fighting cancer, I would use hashtag no retreat, no surrender anytime I was posting about it. We all knew that Ghost was going to be early in the set list. In fact, a lot of us thought he would open with it, then Prove It, a concert staple, going right into Letter to You. We get two new songs from the latest album, latest original album in the first four. Then we get Promised Land, Out in the Street, Candy's Room, Kitty's Back. So I know a lot of people are going to be thrilled that Candy's Room and Kitty Back make the set list. I'm glad that we're still getting Out in the Street. It's one of my favorite songs. I also love Promised Land. So 8 songs in, we are going a great diversity all through his catalog. Then we do Brilliant Disguise. Glad that Tunnel of Love is getting a little love. Then we get Night Shift and Don't Play That Song. Uh, Two great songs from the covers album. I'm so happy he threw them in there. And then almost as if for people who aren't fans of the covers album, he went into E Street Shuffle, Johnny 99. Really cool that we're getting something from an early album and Nebraska with the full band. Then we go into Last Man Standing, House of a Thousand Guitars, two more songs from Letter to You. So for that gives us 4 songs, which is not bad at all. Looking forward to it. Then he goes into Backstreets, Because the Night, She's the One, a triple threat, really going to be exciting. I imagine the crowd was going crazy. Then to finish up the set, he went to Wrecking Ball, The Rising, Badlands. I've talked about the Rising is the only song that Bruce has played every time I've seen him live. So hopefully that streak will continue. I love Wrecking Ball. I love it when it's live. And then what a great way to end the set with Badlands. They come back after for their encore and they kick off with Burning Train. So a absolutely one of my favorite songs from Letter to You. I think it's a great way to kick off the encores. Then we're going to do Born to Run. They go to Rosalita, Glory Days, Dancing in the Dark, 10th Avenue Freeze Out, and then they close with I'll See You in My Dreams. So that's one, two, three, four, five songs. Sorry, I'm doing this. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, five songs off Letter to You, which is great. We got two off the Covers album, a nice mixture of his career. Um, and I would just want to remind people that are going, gosh, I can't believe, there was one person on Twitter who shall remain nameless that talked about if we were going to just get at the same old set list, he wasn't going to be impressed. Well, need to remind him the band hasn't played in 6 years. There are people that have never seen Bruce live, so they want to hear these songs. The band wants to play these songs. So I think anyone should be happy with this set list. It was diverse, it was different, and I am counting the days till only 8 days till he's here in Dallas where I'm going to see this live. All right, there we go. Put comments below. Send me an email at setlistingbruce@gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter at Jesse Jackson DFW or the show Set Listing Bruce. Comment below on the YouTube channel and let me know what you think of the set list. Things I missed, would have loved something from Western Stars, though I know that wasn't going to happen. Um, if I was the priest, I was really sad um, because I really want to hear that song live. Um, but overall, no complaints. I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Be kind, be safe, and I'll see you further on down the road. There we go, another episode. I'm about to go through a couple of things where you can reach me and give me feedback. So if you want to skip this, I understand. But I do hope you check it out every once in a while. I'm available on Twitter at Jesse Jackson DFW. The show is available at SetListingBruce. You can send me an email, setlistingbruce@gmail.com. You can send me a voicemail at 469-249-2442. I am currently doing a few other podcasts. Perfectly Good Podcast, John Hyatt from A to Z, where Sylvan Groth and I discuss every John Hyatt song in alphabetical order. My Babylon 5 podcast is Last Best Hope for Conversation, where Lou, Karen, and I discuss every episode of Babylon 5 in chronological order. I still am doing Next Stop Everywhere, the Doctor Who podcast with my brother in time, Charles Skaggs. And then finally, How Many Podcasts, the only podcast on the internet that counts, where my buddies and I discuss pop culture. You can go to our Patreon page and support the podcast for as little as $1 a month. You can go to our Facebook page, like, and please go to iTunes or wherever you get your podcast and leave a 5-star rating and review for all of the podcasts that I'm doing. It's okay if you don't listen to them, but if you subscribe and rate, it really will make my day better. Thank you, and I will talk to you soon.
You just heard the fun talking, hard rocking, music loving, album ranking, fan thinking, joy spreading, lyric reading, story sharing podcast that is the one, the only, Set Listing Bruce. The theme for Set Listing Bruce was written by David Rosen, used by permission.